about work husbands, boundaries, because Kiki.
Oh God, we not bringing Kiki into this.
Yes, we are, baby. Yes, we are. We're gonna touch on Kiki a little bit towards the end, but yes, we talking about boundaries in a romantic relationship. Not because there are boundaries that you need to have in all relationships.
Right.
Like you need to have your boundaries. That is a lesson that I have recently learned. Shout out to my friends for teaching me that. That's why God brings certain people in your life so they can teach you
certain things.
Right, so you can understand them. So that's why we don't get mad when certain situations arise. We just realize this when we teach.
Situations will arise in our life.
But we got
right.
Something. I forgot.
Y'all know the words.
Right. You know,
sing along at home.
It'd be the remix, the G-mix.
Sup, Miss Mosley Boss. What up, my dude? That's from Mr. Hollywood. We got our day one with us. Boss Bell. Shout out to Boss Bell for being one of our day ones, for holding us down. Like, I swear, like, when we went live, Boss Bell was there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
we
we
had 3 followers.
Right.
And I was one.
And he was one of them.
And then Boss Bell, you be like, what you sipping on, Boss Bell? And Boss Bell be like, water.
H2O.
He be like,
water.
He be like H2O. Right. So Boss Bell, we got you a bag and some water.
Oh, thank you.
We got you some water.
Appreciate it.
We got him some.
They might be gone by the time I leave here. So.
But what's up for Chesto Gems? Go check that website out if you like cake. Cake as in ass.
Right. As in buns. As in yams.
Right. So you are currently filming a movie.
Yes.
And that is what he is here to discuss. But before we get into that,
Tell us what your sign is.
I am Libra gang all day.
when's your birthday?
October 14th.
The scales.
Scales, yeah, I am the scales because I balance a lot of shit out, unfortunately.
My dad is October 19th. He's a Libra as well. My dad is a pimp. It's like, but my dad, Libras they are friends. Women love them.
Yeah.
Women feel safe with them.
They feel comfortable.
And right, because Libra men are not hanging with you to have sex with you. Like, I mean, of course, as a man, they want to, but I don't think that's their main.
It's not their main goal.
Right.
I can't say all Libras because all Libras are not the same.
Right, because Drake is a Libra.
Drake is a certified lover boy.
Right, he is. Drake is the type of nigga that'll make you feel like you fucking about to get married, and then he be like,
Yeah.
no. Right. But what those type of experiences, are they good or are they bad?
I think that it's worth the experience.
Say it again.
Because sometimes it's not about.
Gone.
Sometimes it's not about the
The outcome.
It's really about the experience.
That's part of the trip is the ride.
Right.
Yo, I just literally thanked someone. I'm sorry to put my business out there, but I literally just thanked someone because of that. Because
sometimes they restore your faith in humanity
in yourself.
And restore your faith in love and relationships and how things can be
right
with the ideal partner. Right. So sometimes it's just the experience.
Yo, I be feeling like the universe was like, listen, let me give you a sample. Is this what you kind of want? And yes, like, I'm so glad that you said that because at some point I was kind of feeling bad about feeling that way. Like, yo, I enjoyed this experience. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying this experience just because it didn't lead to something bigger and better. Like, it was fun.
While it lasted.
Right.
And that's what I feel like.
It's fun and games until all the fun and games is over. That's it.
Fun and games until somebody catch feelings.
Oh, now we ain't talking about nothing. Now we gotta move on. Moving right along. He done put some extra shit on. He put some extra salt.
Watery ass signs out
here.
They
do it every day,
all Philly.
Right, we water signs. So for us, we
everything is Philly.
But the crazy thing about us is forget, baby.
Agreed.
Because sometimes that's all people are for. It's an experience.
It's an experience. Right.
And I'm grateful for all of the experiences that I've had.
Yo, the best thing is being able to sit back and really honestly appreciate the people that you experienced in your life. Do you understand how healing that is for yourself?
Right.
Even if it was kind of negative. If you could have learned something from it, if it pushed you to a point where you learned something about yourself, because I always say people are a mirror to you.
Right.
Like, you are witnessing yourself, especially if it's something you don't like in somebody. That's something that you internally got to deal with yourself. But I found so much pleasure in really sitting and understanding that certain people come into your life for a reason.
Right.
And when you can like really appreciate that and really sit back and think about it and get the lesson and appreciate that person, that's a blessing for yourself, for your own growth, for your own healing. A movie. You are filming a movie. So tell us about it, the name, the concept.
The movie is called The Switch Up. It's based on fiction. I mean, it happens every day, but it's based on infidelity. It's based on a husband and a wife. The wife doesn't.
Don't give too much away.
I'm not, but she don't get what she wants at home, so she goes to the person that works for her. And it escalates from there. So it started out. I mean, it's still technically a short film. It's just evolving slowly, so it's going to turn out to be a mini film, a mini movie.
I've seen clips of it from like you on filming days and stuff, and it looks very nice. Yeah. From what
it's interesting. I'll tell you that.
Why a movie? Because it's definitely not an easy thing to do.
It's not. This is what I went to school for. This is what I was trained to do. So.
Were you?
Yeah.
What did you exactly go to school for?
Film.
Did you? Yeah. What school did you go to?
Boston University.
Oh, wow.
BU. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
didn't know that.
Yeah. He's working in his field.
Yeah. Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, I'm doing it now because I've pushed it off for so long, and it's like, why wait? So.
As a creator, as a creative person, do you feel like? Because I feel like I got an expensive piece of paper.
Yes.
You went to college.
I have expensive.
It is because my school, they still reach out to me now and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you doing X, Y, and Z?" And I'm like, "No, I work in this field." And
I gotta make money.
They're like, "You're not filming at all?" I'm like, "You want to give me the equipment? Give me the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and I'll go film." So once I started, building up my equipment here and there, I just like, you know what? Why wait? Just go start filming some stuff. So I see everybody on YouTube got a cell phone and they just filming nonstop. So I'm like, all right, cool. They doing that, but I'm having movies, so it's a difference.
That's what's up.
So are you the sole creator? And how many hats do you think you wear in this project?
I am the sole creator, and I wear every hat because I have to,
So you wrote?
Directed
it, produced it, filmed it. I'm a caterer, when need to be. I do it all. Lighting, sound when I need to, yeah.
Do you have an assistant?
No.
You don't even have an assistant? Are you sure you don't have an assistant?
My assistant is my crew when I'm filming. They assist me with whatever I need.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's all out of pocket, you know what I mean? Everything's out of pocket. It's not, funded by
Did you
whoever.
ever think about starting like because they have like certain sites that
I have, but it's a lot that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a lot behind the scenes that people don't get to see that goes into things like that. So for now, I'm just, a man with a dream.
So how did you find your characters for this movie? And someone's asking, can you pin clips?
Well, usually you do them just in your stories,
yeah,
right?
I do them on my stories or on my reels, you know, whatever. If you go to my page, Boss Bellz on Instagram, Boss Bellz, because I know there's a Boss Bellz 1 or something like that. He's an artist from AC, so just Boss Bellz, and anybody that's clipping Boss Bellz 1, that's not me. But yeah, I post them up there every once in a while just to, you know, keep everybody interested. But yeah, I came up with the characters. Well, the characters are really my friends, you know, coworkers that I work with. So I was like, hey, I asked, actually Instagram, I was like, hey, anybody want to be in a movie? Nobody responded. And then I asked my coworkers, and they was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I do it, hell yeah. So I was
and
like,
they
all right,
must
cool,
really
let's
believe
go.
in you, because to get people to show up every day or whenever it's time to film, that's a big thing.
I literally gave them the script and was like, look, make it your own. Make it your own. I want your voice. I want you to find your character.
Right.
And then let's work. And that's what they did. And they killing it.
That's what I learned in acting school. I've been in acting school a couple times. I'm about to go again. I gotta find another school because you never stop learning. Yes, it is worth it if you get the right people. I remember my last acting school. It was in Philadelphia with Kenneth McGuire. I think his last name is. He's been in a bunch of movies. Older white guy, and this is the first acting teacher who taught me how to cry
On cue.
On cue. Mm-hmm. How to when you're filming, how you need to prepare yourself when you know you're about to go into a scene where you have to cry. Mm-hmm. It has to be a personal thing. Like, literally, I was in front of a whole bunch of people, and he literally talked me through this scene. Because I had looked at the scene and told him, he's the first person who also told me, when you get your character, you create your character. Mm-hmm. So you're giving your character, you're not reading the script and just memorizing the line. You're giving your character a whole personality. Mm-hmm. So your character, it's not going to be written that your character might have a twitch, or your character doesn't like strawberries, or your character hates her mother. Right. But these are things that you give your character so you can become more of the character. Right. Like, you can really become that character. That's why some of these actors end up
dying
because they literally become. Yes, you literally have to believe it. But
I remember, immerse yourself.
Right, I remember him walking. Because when I first did the scene, we would have these scenes that we would do. They was from real movies. We would have these scenes that we would do on stage in front of all of our classmates, and he would be filming it. And I thought I memorized my lines, because that's one of the things my aunt. Shout out to my aunt Lisi. When I was when I was like in the 5th grade, she helped me learn how to memorize lines fast. I could memorize lines in one day. Always been good at memorizing lines. And I was souped up because I know, I memorized my lines. I knew that I knew my lines. But I had missed what actually was going on.
To have a personality.
Right, in that scene. So when he got done with me, baby, I was crying. Not because of disappointment, but I had really got into the role. He started talking to me like, listen to what, and then he always used to make us practice this exercise before we would start class. Think about the most hurtfulest thing that's ever happened to you in your life.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Go there.
Yeah, I can't go there. I'm sorry. It doesn't just trigger for me. You know, like, I've done acting, and it's not for me. I don't like being in front of the camera.
No.
Like, I did a show. I filmed a show. I think I told you about it out here in AC, Reverso.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Filmed the show. So it's a TV series coming out eventually. Don't hate me, y'all. It's coming out eventually. It's called Reverso. Filmed right here, AC. And I actually didn't want to act. I went down there to be like, hey, y'all need any help on the crew or anything like that behind the camera? And he was like, nah, read the script. And I read the script, and he was like, that's not you. I was like, it's not. Sorry. He was like, all right, read this part. I was like, it's all right. He was like, okay, read this part right here. And I read another part, and he was like, that's you. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with it? So they gave me the role, and I was like, all right, cool. That part I think it had 3 lines. in that first part that they gave me, and after that they wrote me in every episode.
Oh wow!
So 6 episodes the first.
And you don't want to be an actor.
And I didn't want to be an actor. I just went there to, you know what I mean? But it's cool because that gave me the motivation to start filming my own stuff too. So, you know.
Because you said that your coworkers, did you, once they started saying like they would be interested, did you like, because Tyler Perry always says that he can look at someone and know exactly what role?
No, because the way I write, I'm a visual person, so like even my music is the same. Like I visualize what I write so that people can visualize it when I say it. But my movies are the same way. I want to visualize a certain type of person, and you can't always just put that person in that role. You know what I mean? Even though you have a look like, let's say if I wrote something and I'm like, all right, I got Ving Rhames in mind, just the name. But if he was the audition for this part, and I'm like, you know what, it's not even you. You know what I mean? It's somebody else now.
But those people who did come on, like once you seen them, because the script was already written, and did any of them like kind of just like?
You had to rearrange the parts.
Like did they just like fit the?
They you know what? It's not that they fit the role; they made the role.
Fit
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So that goes for everything, everybody. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have that persona or whatever the case is, but then you find it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, oh, you want me to be a gangster from, Boston. All right, now you got to find an accent. You know what I mean? You got to get this accent down. But now I got to be believable that you're a gangster. You know what I mean? So you got to find it yourself.
I think that's what I miss about acting, and I'm really like, especially maybe when we go on break.
I got something for you, don't worry about it.
Maybe when we go on break, I'll start, like I did say I'm going to start looking for acting school again, but like that's what I miss about it is being able to go be somebody else.
Yeah.
Like immerse myself in being someone else. Shout out to Born Star, because I'm actually in a movie that's coming out soon. 1 Foot In, 1 Foot Out, and I played the I guess a thot. I ain't never been the chick that's just hanging out the thot. So that was a little different for me. But yeah, I miss that part of acting when you just like
get to be the person, be somebody else.
Right.
I got a question for you. If you had to choose a role for yourself in a movie, what would it be?
This is the ratchet part of the show. Just do